Again, with fun times here in Corning, Iowa. Adams County Fair kicking off here today, going on throughout the rest of this weekend. Here now with Evie Ganfield, the 4-H youth coordinator here in Adams County. And Evie, just start off and tell us about sort of your involvement here with this county fair.
Sure. This is my third year with the Adams County Fair. I am both the county director and the county youth coordinator. So when it comes to the fair, I'm managing those 4-H shows, working with the superintendents and cheering on the kids, hoping that they have a great time while they're learning through doing.
And obviously here this morning's kids getting ready, just starting off with some shows, a couple of shows here today, and obviously running through the weekend. Just kind of give us the rundown of what you guys got going on this weekend.
Sure. From the 4-H side, we start things this morning with the horse show. We've had to modify a little bit due to the rainfall in the past 24 hours. So we're splitting that up. Normally it all happens together at the arena. This morning we're doing halter and showmanship up at the livestock ring, and then on Tuesday we'll finish the horse show with the performance classes at the arena, hoping the weather clears up and that arena dries out. So we'll do the horse show this morning. This afternoon, our shooting sports kids will be out at the Corning Gun Club. And around 3 o'clock, they do their competition with archery, trap, air rifle. And then tomorrow, we don't have any 4-H shows. Tomorrow, we do weigh-in, and that starts early in the morning. So that's our focus. But the weekend is a great time for families to come out tonight. The Fair Board kicks off with their entertainment with the Logan Mice concert. And then throughout the weekend, they have a lot of events for kids. Sunday is Kids Day. Sunday we'll have insect zoo, just inflatable, all kinds of stuff for kids on Sunday. As far as 4-H, on Sunday we will do our sheep, goat, and we have added alpacas at the Adams County Fair this year. So that will be Sunday morning. And then we have a poultry skill-a-thon in the afternoon to help encourage our kids. HPAI kind of affected our poultry show, so we're doing a poultry skill-a-thon that afternoon. Monday morning is our very popular swine show. And on Tuesday, we have our beef show and our dog show in the afternoon. Those are very popular. And the open dog show is on Saturday. So that is open to people from other counties. You don't have to be a 4-H'er, all different ages. We see a lot of dogs and a lot of attendees to watch that show.
Sure, and you mentioned obviously you guys added an alpaca show this year. Kind of tell us a little bit about that. What sort of sparked you guys to add that in this year?
That was a request from a family. They've showed for years in lots of other livestock categories, and this year they have some alpacas and asked if we would let them show, and so we started an alpaca class.
Sure, and obviously you mentioned part of the horse show coming up here later today. Just kind of walk us through sort of what goes into that event. Obviously, I think a lot of us always hear horse and we think that's something we want to own in the future, but obviously there's a lot that goes into taking care of those animals.
There is, and unfortunately I'm in the category of the little girl who always begged for a horse and never got one. So my knowledge has come over the past 3 years. I know that the halter and showmanship today is really about the exhibitor and showing off their skills. And then on Tuesday, when they switch to the performance classes, that's really showing more the horse and the horse's skills. So that's what I've learned over the past 3 years, is that those classes differentiate the exhibitor, the rider's skills, and then the horse's skills.
Sure, and also obviously, when everyone thinks of the county fair, we think of those livestock showings, the cattle, the sheep, the goats, the pigs and whatnot. But obviously, I think we got a little of them right behind us here too. But obviously, talk a little about some of the more of the static showcases that's going on this weekend.
Statics we judged yesterday. Our show is smaller than it's been in years past. I think maybe we came out of COVID, everybody got out of their house a little bit more and weren't working on those crafts and things as much. But we have some really neat things in there. And the part of the static show that blew me away this year is our Clover Kids, which is the kindergarten through third graders. Their static show is definitely something to see at the Adams County Fair this year. They have a ton of statics in there, and the quality is very impressive. Those kids did great. We also have some great things going on to State Fair. An alpaca educational presentation that blew the judges out of the water yesterday. Some macaroons, beautiful pink macaroons that we enjoyed. and just a lot. The kids brought such a diverse group of things, and what is always popular, our biggest section at Statics, is the photography exhibit. We have some excellent young photographers in Adams County.
Sure. And what does it mean to be able to see those kids really explore some of that creativity and bring a whole lot of different ideas to that?
It's always fun to see what they come up with, to see things from their perspective. I think one of my favorite photos this year, my kids show and it's not theirs, so don't tell them, is our exhibitor who did a photo of a bell tower looking straight up. So it's a very different perspective on the bell tower. Seeing how their minds think about things like that. Or there was a horse planter, which was a bunch of clay pots put together, painted, decorated. It was just beautiful. Just to see them explore their interests, and like the alpaca presentations, for kids to understand whatever their passion is, 4-H is the place to grow and expand that. And it's neat to see that in the static room.
Sure, and I mean, obviously a lot of work goes into that, both on the kids' side and also on your guys' side, preparing for this. Kind of talk about sort of what you guys have been doing this year to kind of help prepare for this fair.
So from my side, the education side, we've been trying to do workshops every month in different project areas so that the kids get experience something they've never tried before. And then hopefully we see that come to fair. Throughout the year, we're working with superintendents, getting livestock judges, working with Fair Board to make sure we're going to have the supplies and the setup that we need. Behind you would see we have the new dog show arena with new mats, courtesy of our Adams County Extension Council, the Adams County 4-H Endowment, and then the Dog Project kids themselves and money they've raised. So working on things like that to continually make our fair better, a better experience for both the youth exhibiting and the attendees coming. That's what we're working on all year long, and hopefully you see that when you show up at the Adams County Fair.
Awesome. If someone's maybe on the fence a little bit about maybe joining 4-H, what would you tell them that can maybe get them to join?
That it is a community for everyone. Everyone, I think, usually thinks 4-H is livestock, or you have to live on a farm. You don't have to live on a farm, and you don't have to have livestock to be in 4-H. It is literally whatever you're interested in. Music, arts, it is anything. We have a category for you to expand, develop, and grow your leadership skills through 4-H. It is for anyone and everyone, and that is the biggest thing I want everyone to know. It is not just for farm kids with a cow.
So I know this is usually a question that we ask all the kids when we come out of these fairs. What would you say maybe is your favorite part of the fair?
Oh, for me, it's not a specific show. It is not a specific event. It is the hugs, the high fives, and the huge smiles from the kids that I've been able to develop relationships with over the year, and seeing their pride in their performance. That's my favorite part of fair.
Awesome. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Well, once again, fun times going on here at the Adams County Fair as they start to kick things off here this Friday morning, getting prepared for the weekend of activity. Here now with Evan Maines, Fair Board President. Evan, just kind of tell us a bit more about your involvement here with the County Fair.
Oh, I've been Fair Board President here for 3 years. I've been on the board for 9. It's a pretty rewarding experience, but this is the busy time of the year.
Sure, and tell us a little bit about maybe some of the events that the Fair Board is probably most excited for coming up this weekend.
The event that I'm most excited for is tonight. We've got Logan Mize and Stephen Benke and the Flatlanders. Logan's a nationally touring country music artist. That'll be tonight at 7. We're really excited to bring something like that to the community. So we've also got a rodeo on Monday night at 7. We've got Donkey Ball like we did last year. It's Sunday night at 7 on Family Day. There's a lot of Family Day events. Those two would be free events, Donkey Ball and everything on Sunday is free. So we want people to come out to the community and experience the county fair and be a part of it with us.
We talk a little bit, obviously, I know a lot of preparation, almost a year-long's worth of preparation goes into this. Just talk about what you guys have been doing over this past year to get ready for this.
Oh, a lot of dealing with independent contractors for all sorts of different events and coordinating with, I think there's 4 or 5 different groups that all govern the fair themselves. So that can be a challenge at times, but you work with a lot of good people when you do it too.
Sure, and obviously, we're asking everybody, what would you say is maybe your favorite part of the county fair?
Of course, it's the week after. It's the week after. You struggle at times through the fair, but it's very rewarding to see all the kids and their achievements at fair, and then it's a relief that you brought it to the community the week after. So.
Sure, I know obviously maybe you guys will be starting to dive into kind of reviewing it a little bit and see what you guys can improve next year a little bit right after that.
Yep, that's we take a month off and then we dive back into it and start getting creative again.
So appreciate the time. All right, well, fun times here at the Adams County Fair as we get to start. Youth are getting ready to kick off their events here today and throughout the weekend here with another one. You're just tell us about who you are and what you're doing here at the fair this weekend.
I'm Allie Burt, and my parents are Doug Burt and Michelle Kennedy. I am 17 today, I guess, and going to be a senior at Southwest Valley High School. I'm showing horses today, and then I also will show pigs and bring those in tomorrow.
Kind of tell us a little bit. I know the horse show is kind of broken out into two parts. Kind of tell us about those two parts and what kind of all goes into that.
So today we're just going to do halter and showmanship, which is on the ground, so we don't have to ride them just because our arena is super wet right now. And then on Tuesday afternoon around 2:30 or 3, we're going to get into the arena and we'll do the rest of the horse show, which is the riding parts of it.
Now, obviously, someone like myself who's maybe not as aware of this, kind of tell us a little bit sort of what goes into preparing for this show.
So just the halter and stuff that we're doing today, it's just a lot of groundwork, just them leading and following you and staying beside you and not you having to pull them or them leading you, just making sure that you're the boss. And then with all of the work that we'll do in the arena, next time there will be some slow work, and then there will also be some speed events like barrels and pulls, which I'm sure you've seen at rodeos and stuff. And then the slower stuff is on the rail, and then there's also some patterns.
So I know a lot of times for these shows, it's a year's work almost of preparation for this. Kind of tell us what you've been doing throughout this past year to kind of get ready for this.
So we practice every Sunday for our fair, actually, and we get together as our group of horse people, and we do a lot of different patterns and groundwork, as well as just working on our horses so that we can get used to them and they can get used to us, and learning the fundamentals of riding and everything that goes into that. And then also a lot of work is spent at home as well, and just getting to know our horses and them getting to know us and getting to learn all the cues and everything.
So now you mentioned you got something else going on this week. I'm dropping it at the moment. What are some of the other stuff you got going on this weekend?
So I'll show pigs on Monday. We also have Queen Coronation tonight. So I'm running for Fair Queen this year too, as well as 6 other girls. So we'll see how that rolls out tonight. And then we have pig show, beef show, sheep show, and goats. And we also have alpacas this year. And then we had the indoor exhibit judging yesterday, so that went well. And there's some great things going to State Fair, as well as some great things in the barn. So if you come here, check it out.
Sure. What would you say maybe is your favorite part of the fair?
Probably the environment and all of the people, as well as our community. Our community is great about coming in and helping with the fair, as well as all of the agriculturalists that we have in this community. They come in and help us, and they teach the youth, as well as trying to get the youth to come back here and work in the future and just keep this county striving for a long time.
So appreciate the time this morning. All right, well, fun times continue here at the Adams County Fair as I get ready to kick things off here this Friday morning over the weekend. We're in here now with another another youth member here with us. So tell us about yourself and who you are and what you're doing here at the fair this weekend.
I'm Kayla Mitchell. I'm running for the Queen Coronation or contest, and I'm helping out because my mom works for the extension office.
Sure, and tell us a little bit about sort of the process you've gone through here as you're hoping to be named Adams County Fair Queen.
On June 11th, we had our interview session, and we interviewed with 3 judges and talked about like what we knew and who we were and what activities we were involved in, and then we got actually professional headshots, and then we did a formal interview part with like our prom dresses and everything.
Sure, and kind of tell us a little bit sort of what's going on through your mind. Obviously, I'm sure it's a little bit nerve-wracking there in front of the judges.
It definitely was, and I'm definitely not a public speaker, so it was a lot out of my comfort zone, but I felt like it was a very great opportunity for me. Even if I do not end up winning, it was a great opportunity for me to step out of my comfort zone and a good learning opportunity.
And obviously, that coronation is tonight. Got any high hopes for this evening?
I hope to win, but I'm excited for anybody that does. We have a lot of great girls that are competing, and I'm super excited for whoever gets to take the crown tonight.
Sure, obviously talk about that a little bit. Obviously, I'm sure you spend a lot of time with these people. Just talk about some of maybe the relationships you're able to build with this.
A lot of it is just we get really super close at all the things that we've done, and all the girls that are competing I went to high school with and did all different things. So it's really nice to see them step out of their comfort zone as well, and all of us work together for a common win.
Sure, and obviously, what are some of the other things you got going on here this weekend?
A lot of different shows and everything. I'm helping out at the horse show today and different shows throughout the week, and I'm really excited to watch the pig show. That's my favorite part.
Sure, what is it about the pig show that kind of draws you to that?
Well, I show pigs in Montgomery County, so I enjoy seeing all the people show over here and different breeds and everything, because it's definitely different over here than it is in Montgomery County.
Sure, now what would you say maybe what would be your favorite part of the county fair this weekend?
Probably the concert. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
So appreciate the time. Fun times here this morning. Adams County Fair kicking off here in Corning. Got one of the 4-Hers here with us now. And to start off by telling us who you are and what you're doing here at the fair this weekend.
My name's Simon, and I'm just hanging out on the fair board.
Awesome. What would you say is maybe some of the best parts of the Adams County Fair?
Seeing all the kids show and having fun.
Sure. What exactly it is that you're helping out the fair board do here this weekend?
Set up and take down, and yeah.
Sure. And obviously, what were some of the other involvement that you maybe had in the past here with the Adams County Fair?
In the past, I've done a few livestock animals, and I helped out with the fair board last year, and then this year I got on the fair board.
Awesome. What does it mean to be able to be on the fair board and kind of help out with all this stuff?
It means I get to hear what decisions they make and hear the insights of them.
Is that something you feel like you'd be interested in continuing to do in the future?
Yes.
Awesome. And you mentioned you showed livestock a little bit beforehand. What sort of is that all about? What sort of drew you to that?
I had a rabbit, and I wanted to see what it was like one year.
Sure. What goes into showing rabbits?
You have to keep them nice and big, and make sure they're nice for the judge.
Sure. And what would you say maybe is something you're looking forward to the most this weekend?
Probably the concerts.
Awesome. Appreciate the time.